Peace, family. You coolin' with the completest, and I'm with my brother Spawn Prince. Today we're gonna chop it and we're gonna unveil these halls. We're gonna have a few discussions, our usual, and we're gonna get it going, man. Before I started the show, me and my brother was just discussing the Batman, sharing our views. You know what I'm saying, and um, we were just basically discussing whether or not this Batman film was going to be a part of the DCEU, or if the Flash film was going to. Would you say the Flash film was going to do?
We're gonna erase it. We're gonna start it all over. We're gonna start DCUE all over again. The Flashpoint movie.
And that seems very plausible, especially since we do understand that DC, when it comes to movies or just the DCEU so far, the continuity hasn't been there. It's been a lot of hit and misses. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Overall,
Movies
so
that should hit didn't hit,
right,
and movies that shouldn't have
you
hit
know
hit. So
what I'm saying?
um,
Exactly.
for me, that like I said, Robert Patterson. Um, I like the fact that he didn't oversell the voice. I
Right.
like that.
Me too.
I did enjoy that. However, I don't know how anybody else felt, but I didn't feel him as Bruce Wayne. He didn't sell me as a Bruce at all. Which I feel like you need when it comes to playing a character like that. Because here's my thing: if we did it with Spider Man, if anybody put on a suit and did well as Spider Man, the stunts, the web swing, and all that, and the wise cracks and all that, like, oh, this is amazing Spider Man. That's how he is. But then outside the suit, they give us a Peter Parker that isn't really like a Peter Parker. Just like, yeah, because you got to play both. Only
Right.
only character I feel like you don't have to try that hard with is Superman. It's not that hard to play Kal-El like how he is. But Bruce, the way Bruce portrays himself, how he carries himself, how he acts, how he talks, his swag, his demeanor. I need you to
Mm-hmm.
sell me that. For me, this was just Edward from Twilight. They just was like, yeah, we're gonna take you from being a bat and we're gonna put you in a bat suit. And there we go. There you is. He was
Right.
emo. It was like he was like a damn WWE character.
He did seem that way. He did seem
You
kind
know,
of very. But I mean, we do understand that Bruce did go through that stage where he just hated the world and shit. You know
it
what
was
I'm
this was definitely Earth One for
saying?
sure.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely Earth One for sure. Um, I don't like the Catwoman element. Um, as much as we all talk about getting tired of Batman books and just getting tired of always Batman, 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 I'm actually tired of Catwoman's element and her presence, period, just in all of his movies. I understand what they have and what they had and all this, that, and the other, but it's like he had just as much with Talia. They got a kid out of that deal. He had literally just as much with her, but she's never talked about or around. So it's like we always got Selena, and I'm just tired of
they
fucking
don't,
Selena.
I mean, they don't like
We get
talking about
Selena,
Talia
we get Selena more
because
than we get a Robin. We ain't even had a Robin yet. We didn't have more Selena Kyle than we didn't had Dick Grayson.
that's crazy, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have more Selena Kyle than Jason Todd. We didn't could have been through three Robins by now with as much Selena as we get.
you know,
We could already had a Nightwing.
I
Shit.
think that it start because all throughout the years of watching Batman and just watching Batman content, whether it's animated or live action. Animated is way different, for the record.
Mm-hmm.
Live action, they just refuse to put in the proper work for a great Batman just fighting element. Like there is no great choreography at all. If I feel like they just grab a few UFC fighters and have them train with the actors, you know what I mean, and learn a few punches and elbows, and chops, and then they throw them into the movie. Like if you have to, if they had to incorporate Robins, then you have to really then make them acrobatic in martial art esque because Robin is way more agile than Bruce. You feel me?
it,
So
it it's 2022, and a lot of people already shunned me for saying this, but here's my
they
thing.
afraid, man. They afraid.
As a DC guy, all right, for everybody to know, I am a diehard DC guy. I am a DC fanboy through and through. Ain't no changing that about me. Okay, I am prefer DC over Marvel. That is 100% me. Um, and people ask me why is because I'm a story driven guy. I just feel like DC got better stories than Marvel does, and Marvel has the more powerful and better characters. That is my honest opinion. What I can give y'all for anybody that's like, what he prefers that over Marvel. Marvel's way better. That's me. When it comes to their cinematic universes, yes, Marvel's cinematic universe is better. I'm not gonna knock that. Here's my thing. As a DC guy, and for anybody else that's DC, we cannot expect
I
them to
agree.
try and give us fights and choreography the same level as Black Panther, Captain America, stuff like that. And because they're not going to give us that, okay, they're not, then just go back
I don't
to
think so either.
how it was with like Batman Returns, like or like when Val Kilmer was Batman, shit like that. With the safer swing from the building and go back into the damn bank perfectly, shit like that.
All right.
Just go back to a comedy style thing, comic book kind of funny style element like that. And stop. Hopefully they do. I don't think they will, but stop making the movie so damn dark. I get DC has a darker element with the whole undertones of the story, but because the story is darker, doesn't mean the movie itself has to be fucking dark. Okay, they did that shit with Justice League. They did this shit with every Batman movie. Next
They made
Batman, he gonna
sure
be
they made
next
sure that
Batman. He gonna be on
nobody
screen, bro.
they made sure that anybody that pirated they shit would not get a good copy of that shit.
Copy at all, bro. The
They
next
made
Batman
sure
movie,
anybody recording in the theaters it was
next
gonna look shit.
Batman movie gonna be dog. Gonna be just the movie just gonna be a black screen with people talking. That the next Batman movie gonna be a pitch black with people talking, and then when the fight pop up, you just gonna hear the grunts and shit. That's you ain't gonna
Man,
see the choreography.
I honestly listen. I everybody know I said it more than a few times on the show. Man, I hated Bale's Batman. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like Bale as Batman at all. So I enjoyed seeing Pattinson, even though he was more of a brawler in this film, I still enjoyed his fight scenes a lot more than I did Bale's. And even still, really, I said it in the last episode, I like Catwoman's fight scenes really better than Batman's in the movie as
Always.
well. Yeah, you know what I'm
Her
saying?
fight
So
scenes in Bales was better.
yeah, right. It looked it was better. Like it's crazy. I don't know what I think they do it on purpose. They have to be doing
Mm-hmm.
it on purpose, dog. They got to.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not just like imagining this shit, dog. Like there's
Don't show me for this, y'all. But Pattinson did good. But I'm not gonna lie. I would have rather they had made casted him as Terry McGinnis.
that he definitely probably would have fit better as that.
I felt like he felt more Terry McGinnis to me than he did Bruce Wayne, and that's just being honest with y'all. Um, I would have liked
My
that.
nigga,
I would have.
Meteor
I would
Man,
have let
Rise of the Sun.
Meteor Man. Meteor Man was so good. That's just my take on that, man. I felt like had they made him, because we've talked about it for years. People have made their little fan copies of it and stuff, where like Michael Keaton to be like old man Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
You could get Jack Nicholson to come back as old man Joker, casting somebody as Batman, Terry McGinnis. Make it work like that. I haven't seen one on Reddit where they said don't use Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. They said use Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. I liked that being that they voices, they're the most iconic voices for the two characters. My only problem with that is with this generation of comic fans and how big comic fans, just like with anime, how we got all these new anime fans because of the pandemic and stuff like that. Nobody's gonna know Kevin Conroy if you see him on screen, other than people that grew up knowing who Kevin Conroy is.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know Mark Hamill because of Star Wars.
Right.
But Kevin Conroy, if you spin a chair around and be like, "Oh, that's Bruce Wayne," and he starts, people not gonna recognize him until he talks. They be like, "Oh yeah, that's the dude that voiced Bruce Wayne on the cartoon." That's my
Man,
first time seeing him.
honestly, for real, if they just brought back like Justice League Alliance or just any Justice League animated series for real, and get the
I
kids back into it
I
for real, man, they could
I
make a lot
think
of characters
I think
back.
this
They could bring a lot of
Batman,
characters.
I think this Batman and Black Adam are to set up a separate timeline or a separate universe from what's about to happen with Flashpoint. Um, Reason being is because I don't know what direction we going in with Black Adam. I know that this is Black Adam before he's a villain. Clear, it has to be before he's a villain. Otherwise,
I
why
think
would we need Atom Smasher, Fate, Hawkman, and Hawkgirl? Why would we need them
I
in
think
there?
I think it's both. Honestly, I think they go.
You
I
think
think
it's
they
both?
showing. Yeah, I think that they are going to show us, before his demise, his fall from grace. You feel me? And then
I
they
seeing
go,
that. I don't think that'd be a good start. They need to see Teth Adam when he originally gets the powers. Bless you. They need to show when he acquires the power of Shazam and the fact that he was a good guy. And but at that point, when the power corrupt him and all of that. Now I can see maybe where down the line it does go with both. That's why you probably got the other heroes and stuff in it.
mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, who's the villain? If he's the good guy, who's the villain? Is he the overall villain and the Justice Society after him?
It could just be right. It could just be. It might not be. I mean,
Like I
he an anti-hero, man.
that's
It
that's
might
true.
not
So
be.
give me that's what I'm saying with DC because DC gets confusing like that. Give me one or the other. If you're gonna give me villain Black Adam and the society after him, then run with that. You
Okay,
know? And then
I
just
feel
give
it.
me a flashback where they say, "Oh, well, this is what happened to Teth Adam." But if he's the good guy, then give me the whole Teth Adam story from the beginning. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I
That's
feel you.
all I'm saying. Because DC likes to, oh well, we gonna do 5 storylines of Black Adam. We gonna do
Uh,
his wife. We gonna do ISIS. We gonna do Fall of Black Adam, Rise of Black Adam. We gonna do Captain Marvel, Shazam, and then we gonna do the Shazam, Black Adam, Superman. We gonna mix all that together, and we're gonna have and that's what they
Squad.
miss. That's what they miss, and they really miss. Because here's my thing: with Black Adam and knowing his power set, my standard for him is about to be the Man of Steel movie. For all y'all
Mm-hmm.
that don't know, I enjoyed Man of Steel. I enjoyed the Man of
I,
Steel movie.
I
I'm
love
not a
Man of
Superman
Steel.
fan, but Man of Steel was very, very good. It was a really good movie.
I
It
love
was
Man of Steel.
way better than what was the one before that, Superman Returns or some shit. Wasn't that the one before that?
Yeah, Superman
Terrible,
Return. Yeah,
terrible.
I I enjoyed it, but I understand why people didn't like it. It was supposed to be like the old school Superman, and nobody really liked the old school Superman, especially
I
not
like
really
I
black
like
folks.
Chris. I like Chris. I like Chris. I like Chris to the point to where even in this Batman, they did the little homage to him where he took the damn thing off and threw it. And take my bat logo off. They pay homage to that. So
So
you know,
so moving on, brother. We gonna talk more about Batman and all that, and Black Adam and all that. But I'm sure the people were trying to see some unveiling. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Of
Uh,
these here scripts.
I did a lot of I've done a lot of reading. Done a lot of reading, and I've told myself I'm gonna start shrinking that pool as far as what I've been reading and finishing off. Um, a lot of things have been going good. A lot of good series, Dark Ages, Dark Knight of Steel. I finished off
Hmm.
that Good Boy, which was really well.
Yeah, me too.
Um, so I'll get right into it. Not much in the world of Marvel or DC for me. Not much in the world of that. This is pretty much it. Um, April is about to be a big month for books. We getting a lot of new stuff in April. A lot of new
Hmm.
series starting, including everybody's favorite. Spider-Man is starting over in April. Amazing Spider-Man #1 yet again.
Hey, I'm excited for this Eternals. Man. These Eternals it look fire right now.
I'm more interested in the one with, that we was just talking about, the Judgment Day. I'm more
Hmm.
interested in that
Yeah,
to see
me
what's
too.
going
That
on with
too.
that.
That too.
Um, I am going to pick up. I have this is my thing with Rebirth, Justice League with the DC. I haven't read no Justice League in like 3 years. I do want this Justice League 75 though, with the quote unquote death of the Justice League members. I do want to pick that up. I feel like it's going to be a key book and it's going to lead into something with whatever they're doing with the multiverse. So I want it.
Mhm.
But I'll get into it. I got Justice League versus Legion of Superheroes issue 2. We're still continuing with these gold lanterns. For y'all that don't know about my gold lanterns, the gold lanterns' power is happiness. That is their emotion. You
That's
cannot be
great.
a gold lantern unless you know ultimate and unlimited happiness, which is
That's
why there's
dope.
only 4 of them.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
dope.
So from all the stuff from fear, rage, and uh, 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 love and will and all that, they finally incorporated happiness as one of them, and I'm liking it. It's multiverse. I'm a sucker for freaking DC multiverse
Hey,
stuff.
hey, multiverse is so dope, dog.
I hate it though, man. I hate it. I'm a sucker for DC's multiverse. I I
Hey,
I
man.
love it, but it's a love hate relationship. It really is. It really
I
is.
feel what you mean though, because it
It
do be
really
having
is.
this moments when it just have you like, man, what the fuck is this?
What is this?
Yeah.
Why? But it's a love hate relationship.
Definitely.
Uh, a book that I did pick up in trade. I picked up Nice House on the Lake. It's a
Yeah,
trade
you was talking
paperback.
about that. You was talking about that.
Um, Issues 1 through 6 is in here. Uh, Long story short, a guy
It's our honor,
knows the
brother. It's our honor.
a guy knows the world is going to end. He knows when it's going to end. He makes friends with a group of people, about 12 of them, and he saves them from the world ending, where the world completely ends. Problem is, they're all trapped in a house now, where they're basically his prisoners and captives, and they can't leave. And now the basically horrific stuff and traumatizing stuff and death-defying things are now happening in the house because they're doing it to each other. So now it's either you go outside and you deal with what's outside in the real world and how the real world ended, that carnage, or you deal with the carnage in the house. Basically, it's a horror story by DC's Black Label. It's James Tinian, who's a out cold new writer right now. I'll probably able to say he's probably the best new writer in the last 2 years. I'll put him right up there with Snyder and Dick Cates. But this is definitely a good read if you're into horror. It's definitely worth it if you're into horror. DC.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
backing
definitely
off
have
of
to pick
that
that
one,
up.
I picked up book 7 because they started back up.
That's a
Uh,
dope. That's a dope cover though.
I'm not one. I was gonna get all the other original 6 and individual, but I'm just not that guy. I'm not about to hunt for all. The trade is $10. It's like the individuals is like 60. It's like I can get more for my money. But so I picked up #7 of it. It's almost like a dark version of the board game Clue. Like for real. Like
and that
really
and
dark.
that's a dope ass concept. I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that. Now I really got to pick it up.
This is in backwards, and I don't know why. Um, this next one is probably my favorite Marvel read, which is shocking. This is also my favorite cover of the series, but the Devil's Reign 5.
That was
We
rain is
can't.
so good, man.
I'm liking. I've enjoyed it more than Dark Ages. I've enjoyed it more than House of X and Power of X.
I'll probably
And
have to say the same.
y'all can put me on record for a while. I was saying that my two biggest events and like all time stories with Marvel was Civil War and Avengers versus X Men. Because I am an X Men guy, even though I don't really collect all their damn books. I do touch on what I want to touch on when it comes to X Men.
X-Men got a lot of damn runs.
And I'm not touching on all that. Marauders over here, X Men over here, this over here. I'm not doing all that. If they just had just the one title, I'd be all on. Like, I'd be all in.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't, so I'm not. No.
I
This
know, brother.
easily is in my top 5 now as far as best Marvel reads. Um, for me, King in Black was, mwah,
Yeah,
and this is better than King in Black.
yeah.
This is better than King in Black. Like,
Or it will
it's
be.
not even a question. Yeah, depending on how 6 comes out. If they
Right.
ended on a high, if they ended on a strong note, then I can put it above King in Black. But right now, like I said, Avengers versus X Men, Civil War, King in Black, Devil's Reign are my top 4. I don't have a 5 yet for Marvel, but that definitely is in there.
But
Of
yeah,
course,
this
number
Electra,
6.
we talked about that Electra and how the Punisher coming back with that War Journal. We did discuss that, so thank you for reminding me. I do have to pick up
Mm-hmm.
that. I do have to pick that up.
I don't need to explain. Um, y'all know how I feel about Venom. It's my favorite Marvel character. I pick it up pretty much based off just that. I can really give a damn whether the book is trash or not. Not saying that this is. Venom has been a very good read. My boy V, Ram V, is the one writing it, and I'm enjoying it because y'all know Venom, Thor, and Hawk is going to be that's a must for me when it comes to Marvel. Everybody else is iffy. Venom, Thor, and Hawk are guaranteed. Uh, then I got Thor 23. Kate's Thor. Kate's Thor run is about to go down in the
Bro,
history as one
I'm
of the
behind. I'm what issue is that?
23.
23. Bro, I'm behind like 10 issues, dog.
Well, that's good for you then, because you got some good reading. Then you got some good
I'm
reading to
behind
catch
like
up
10
with.
issues. I need
I'm
to
not even
catch
gonna tell
up.
you to. I'm not even gonna tell you to hurry up or nothing like that, because you got some good reading ahead of you. For real. Like
I believe you because I was
Kate's
on it. I was on it.
Kate's Thor is about to go down in history as one of the best Thor runs, bar none. Period. Like that is a good percentage of Marvel easily because he
Hmm.
is that Thor. His Thor run has to be a guaranteed like top 3 books for them every time it drops. Every time, as it's definitely better than Venom. It's definitely better than Hulk. It's probably better than any of the X Men titles.
I
Like
definitely the past like decade, Thor probably has had the most impactful stories, out of anybody individually. Anyway,
I like Thor when it's Thor. When he's with a team and he's doing
right,
crossovers and all that, that's when I don't really care for him.
right,
When he's by
exactly.
himself, I love his stories. It's the same with Hulk. When Hulk's done, they got his own Hulk story, Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, for example. I love it. It's not until y'all implement him with somebody else and all that, then it's like, okay, whatever. Now we go over
Right.
here to my indie stuff. Um, I picked up this one book that is driving people crazy. It's selling out. It's got a lot of hype behind it. It's called Step by Bloody Step. Um,
Hmm.
I'm I want to say pick it up simply based off the fact that it has a lot
By
of hype behind it. It's a hype
by,
book
by image.
by Image. It's a hype book. Here's the thing. This is what you
Hmm.
get. A girl wakes. She has no memory, no language, no name, no language, no nothing except a giant. Here's the killer of the book. There's no dialogue in this book. It's just all pictures. It's a picture book. You come up with what you think or want to make out or what they're saying or and all the emotions and stuff that's going into it. That's it. The opening
Well,
page is that. That is your first page.
Well,
A giant.
that's gonna go in my image collection.
I mean, I would love to definitely talk about it. Because here's the thing with it, you just watch a little girl just grow up. A giant just basically, in a way, raises a giant in a suit of armor just raises a girl. And there was one piece of dialogue in here, but it wasn't like alien. And it's literally just one bubble. That's it. That one bubble right there that guy says. That's all you got.
When they playing,
That's it. That's the only bubble.
nah,
So step back, buddy.
they
Step.
teasing.
It's a
Yeah,
hype book.
I'm copping.
It's a hype book. For those that don't know, yes, it is. It is selling out. I did not pick it up the day it came out. Because it didn't have no dialogue. But I kept hearing about it. People kept reviewing it. So I jumped on the hype train. When I went to go get it, my comic shop only had 2 left. So I picked up one, and I've looked through it about 4 times, and
I'm
I've
gonna
come up
go
with
now
maybe
for now. I'm
4.
gonna.
I'm gonna come. I've looked through it about 4 times and came up with like maybe 2 or 3 different scenarios about it. But
I'm.
I want to see what issue 2 holds. I want to see what's going on with issue 2. Once it's completed, or if it's an ongoing, I'll be able to give y'all more. Right now, book 1 is kind of I'm just out there on the fritz, where it's just like a girl pretty much just growing up and learning about life. Learning how to trust people and interact with other people, seeing as how she's never had it except for a giant that doesn't really have any emotions other than to just protect her, basically. The next one is Jeff Lemire's Little Monsters.
I'm on Golden Apple now, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Little Monsters. Um, the world ends.
I saw that, but I didn't get it.
The world ends. Kids wake up. They're waiting on their master to come back, who just so happens to be a vampire, and they're all vampires.
Mm.
And the world has ended, like completely. And they think that they're the only people or only beings left in the world, which they really can't die because they're vampires.
Right.
But they're the only beings in the world, or so they thought, basically. So yeah, we're pretty much just that's it.
So what? So what? So are they like humans? So how do they got to survive off blood? You know what I'm saying? Is it like post
they've
apocalyptic
been
like that?
surviving. Yeah, they've been surviving off rats.
Ah,
I can give you that spoiler there. They're eating rats and animals to survive off of.
got you.
So you get post apocalyptic shit mixed with some vampire element in it. Next one is New Masters number 2. Uh, look, pick New Masters up. This is what I'm gonna give you about New Masters.
I love
Is
that cover.
New Masters is what I would want to say is cyberpunk meets fucking what is old girl's name from Marvel with the metal arm? Misty Knight,
Missy Night.
basically in a kind of way. Yes, just deeper, better, deeper story, a lot more action, well written.
Is he
You get
doing hair?
A lot of African Americans. Yeah, he's uh giving them a haircut, braids and fade,
Oh, yeah. See that cover is dope.
which they don't show a lot of. You get a lot of good action in this though. You get a female African American woman lead, which I love. You get some tech, you get some intellect with like the dialogue, how smart people are. They don't portray it like black people are stupid. They portray it like black people are
Mm-hmm.
the shit. If I
Mm-hmm.
can say so myself, in this book, black people are the shit. That's just why they are the masters and everybody else is beneath them, which I like.
Nah.
Land of the Living Gods continues with number
Yeah,
2.
you was telling me about that.
Like I said, it's I want to say think of it like Neil Gaiman's
Mm-hmm.
American Gods, but just with black people for reasons unknown. All the gods vanished. Every god throughout history vanished from every nationality, every culture, and now black people are being chosen to and selected as the ones to become new gods. You know, this group of black people are going to be the Roman gods, or you're going to be the Greek gods. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's becoming, somebody's being selected. It's almost like a random natural selection of who gets to be a god. uh, I don't need to talk about it.
Spawn.
All right, I don't need to talk about it. A lot of y'all don't read it, and for y'all, a lot of y'all don't read it. I'll be all day trying to catch y'all up. I feel real
King
Batman with
Spawn.
this. Felt real Batman with this cover.
I
Really
think
Batmanish.
he got the dopest cape in
Yeah,
the game.
it's a real Batmanish. That's what I know that much.
Spawn has the dopest cape in the game. I love that cover, man. That art, man, that should be looking crazy. Make you want
Scorch
to get your
is
tattoo.
So this is a homage to 1990s
Mm-hmm.
X-Men 1 cover.
Mm.
So I'm hoping Scorch 4 is the other half, or just any book is the other half. But yeah, awesome. I don't know if this book is done or if I got one or two more, but King of Spies has been fired. This is a lot of book, people. It's almost like giant size. This is a lot of book. King of Spawn is uh awesome. Is there a new Hunt joint out? No, that was the new Hunt. I know you're thinking of the cover because he did make an appearance on a cover where it was a homage to the Spider-Man's 90. No, that was a Spawn. That was just a homage cover with Hunt on it. There has been talk about a new Hunt book coming out, but as of right now, all of Hunt is just absorbed into Spawn. He's currently in the Spawn book right now, working with Spawn.
Mm.
He does not have his own book right now, no. All right. And my last of my haul, and probably my most impressive read, and I slept on this, people. Um, I ain't gonna say I slept on it. I knew about it when it came out, but I told myself I was gonna wait because I was like, what if I don't like it? And I overthought it. Plus, I had a lot more money on my pool than everything that was coming out. But I went on and picked it up, and I fell in love with it. Because I grabbed the first one in trade, and I fell in love with it. I am in love, and this is probably my favorite, other than Spawn and Hellboy, probably my favorite independent read right now, and that is Radiant Black.
My nigga, my nigga, got my
Wow,
nigga finally got hit.
when I tell y'all, when I tell y'all,
That shit great.
wow. If you want to read something superhero and you don't want to read nothing Marvel and DC, go grab this.
Image,
If you
man.
like Invincible, go grab this. You like Spawn, go grab this. You like Spider-Man, go grab this.
Mm-hmm.
You like Nova from Marvel because he ain't had a book in I don't know how long, go grab this.
If you like the Power Rangers,
You like Power Rangers, go grab this. Man, this is everything that you want in a classic superhero where they mix in real life elements to it. Because
mm-hmm.
Doggo. That's why everybody loves Spider Man. For y'all that don't know, y'all love Spider Man because y'all can relate to him with everything that he goes through as far as high school and college and all this, that, and other. It's no
Yep.
different with this. This dude is suffering. He's 30. He's going through multiple jobs, depression, anxiety, social anxiety. Can't keep a girlfriend.
Right.
He going through real world adult stuff, stressing about politics and religion and why the hell the gas prices is high and shit like that. That's all in here. So, man, listen.
It's a great
So based
story.
off going behind Radiant Black, I dove into the rest of the universe, people, of that series, just like I did with Spawn. I knew because I was in Spawn, I was gonna go into King, Spawn, Scorched, and anything else related. So Radiant Black was so good that I dove into the race of that, and I picked up this week's Radiant Red.
Mm.
All right,
Good shit.
which is just as good.
Just as
Um,
good.
this one is basically the red version. You know, in a way,
Mm-hmm.
she
Just explaining her
how
side.
yeah, she just explaining her side about like, what she was going through as far as because she makes her first appearance in Radiant Black.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like she's like the Catwoman. I'm gonna say that. It's like she's the Catwoman. But again, going through the real life stuff, boyfriend is, having issues, she having kid trouble, school problems, things like that. Um, but she's a villain. She's a villain. She's the bad guy. She's the Catwoman. She's a thief. She's
Mm-hmm.
robbing banks and shit. So then we get into Rogue Sun, which is the anti-villain, the anti-hero of that universe. She doesn't know whether she wants to be a good guy or a bad guy. Basically,
Right. Mm-hmm.
one moment she helping him, next moment she ain't helping him. Another moment, she's robbing banks, and another moment she a hired hand for murder. Stuff like that. I like the power sets. Controlling gravity, controlling molecules. Literally has the power of the sun. She's literally the actual sun, just in an embodiment of it. So she's in an infinite
Everybody's
state of
ability is like,
supernova,
yeah.
amped up to the max degree. Everybody's power is
Yeah.
at its
Everybody's
highest
power is like a
peak,
cosmic concept. Got something to do with, you know what I'm saying, like
and I love it. I love it,
neutrons and shit.
and I love it.
Gravitons and
Don't give me a weak hero and then make all the villains strong as hell. They gave us, if I could use a anime in term, they gave us Saitama, and then they gave us more Saitamas to fight against. They didn't give us
right.
Saitama and then he out here one shotting everybody. They gave us other Saitamas. Like
Right.
everybody's a damn Saitama, So it's like I'm loving it. And then the last book is Volume 2 of Radiant Black,
Mm-hmm.
issues
That's why I
7
said
through
Power
12.
Rangers. That's why I
And
said
as y'all
Power
can
Rangers.
see, you like you said, there you go with the Power Rangers. You got the red, pink, yellow, and black all on one cover. This one came out this Wednesday. I haven't read this one yet because I went through everything else, but this is my read for tomorrow, so that I can catch up for next week when issue
I,
13 comes out
yeah,
of
I'm
Radiant
waiting
Black.
for that I'm waiting for that volume to come in now.
It's not originally supposed to come out until the 22nd of this month, but my shop had it in the back room, and I just so happened to see it and was like, yeah, I want that early. Like, it ain't like I'm about to
Well,
resell it and get in trouble. So give me my
well,
book.
I'm gonna try to breeze through my haul. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie, man. So I'm gonna just give y'all a brief little story. When I first started my group, and my page and my podcast, Cooling with the Completists, and my YouTube page, I started off um giving content, discussing and speaking on the company Black Sands, Unique Universe, Comic Republic, all black comic publishing companies. And I collected all of their comic books. But today I had to get them. I'm sorry. I had to get Black Sands, The First Pharaoh, Part 2.
Awesome.
Had to cop that. Had to cop that.
For you.
And if anybody want to know what this story is about, on my YouTube, on the Completest YouTube channel, I have a few videos on there doing like a read along and just discussing on what's going on. And I got issues 9 of Black Sands. I had to cop all of them. Now I got the complete collection right now, and I got issue 10.
For those that don't know, Black Sands on their website right now, you can go on their website and you can do an ultimate bundle pack where they
Yeah,
will literally for $250, I believe something like that, like $200, 200 or 250. You can get everything that they published,
yes,
everything.
everything,
They will
everything.
send you every book that they published. Um, and I would say jump on that. That's a great deal, and you get a lot
Great
of
deal.
good stories with a lot of black characters. It is awesome. Black
And it
Sands,
throw history in there.
yeah, there's a lot of history in there. Black Sands, I was one of those ones where, for me, I had to get it. I got it on digital,
Mm-hmm.
um, just because the physical copies and stuff like that. They they were when I went to go look for them, they were just kind of like just starting out, so it was kind of like they were sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had a very limited quality,
Yeah,
but
they was on
now that was
Patreon and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, they was very limited on everything. It was a slow startup. So, and
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to help because it was almost like they did it as a Kickstarter, but it wasn't a Kickstarter.
Right.
So I wanted to help out. I wanted to pitch in, so that was my contribution to it. I am going to go back at some point and collect the physicals as well, though. But I'm not gonna spoil none for y'all. But read it. I think they got like 5 series, like 5 different books,
Yeah,
5 different series, something like that.
they got a few different series. I have myself because I got all they shit. They have a few runs that they're working on that have like only one issue. But yeah, like you said, there's about 5 or 6 different series that they have with
Right,
that company. And
and I think that's
also
good.
I've discussed on the show as well because I collected images Reavers. I had to cop Reavers Volume 2. Now, I didn't grab Volume 1 trade. I actually grabbed issues 1 through 6. You know what I'm saying? And I have those issues independently in there in my collection. But I just grabbed Reavers 2 Volume 2 just to get it out the way. It's a great story, man. It really is. It's a great misfit story. You know what I'm saying? A lot of twists and turns, a lot of stuff, a lot of shit that you would not even expect. But check it out, definitely.
For y'all that want to collect books and think that y'all want to just collect comics, there's nothing wrong with it. But trades and omnibuses are a great way to collect books. Get
Definitely
one book, get a full series for one price is awesome versus,
having
trying
to
to hunt down
scavenge
some of these
around, right?
books and scavenge around and look for these books, and some of them might shoot up in price. You be at the middle of a series. Oh, issue 1 through 12 was phenomenal, but here comes issue 13, and that boy like $60. Like, oh, it's a key book. That's why. So
Yeah,
take that in consideration. For y'all
for
that
real.
probably was like, well, why do y'all have the trades in the middle of like that? It was like I did that with Venom when Cates wrote Venom a few years back when Noah was
It,
getting
it,
introduced.
it
Noah was
happens,
like
man.
Noah's first appearance was like issue 3, and I had that on my pool. I had 1 and 2. Went to the comic shop. They was like, "Yeah, 3 sold out. We didn't order enough. We didn't know it was gonna be that big of a book." Then the following week it comes in. They like, "Oh yeah, it's a $70 book. Yeah, y'all can keep that here." You know
Yeah,
how many
right.
other books I can get with $70? So what I did was I waited it, and I just picked up the first 2 trades of Venom, and then I continued after that. That's my best way of telling anybody how to do it.
And I have to salute my man for getting me hip to this series. I love horror. You know what I'm saying? So it was a cool story for me. Definitely a good story for me to read while I'm at work. I had to grab volume 3 or something. It's killing and cheering. Had to grab volume 3, man. The story is great, man. I love this shit.
Grab volume 4. I think not next week, week after next. The series itself kicked back off to individuals.
Yep.
So
I
man,
gotta
it
get that
was
one, the spinoff. I gotta get the spinoff too.
House of Slaughter.
Yeah.
That's probably about to drop in trade soon. I think they're on like
All
book
right.
5. It's about that.
And,
So a trade for that should be getting ready to come along.
and anybody else who's been following the Completest and following my podcast or been in my Facebook group, I am a big ass fan of Tim Hunter in the Books of Magic. I had to cop. I had to cop. I have the old school omnibus already. I had to grab the new edition. This dropped in like 2017 or something like that. I had to cop it.
I I checked it out. Um, I don't know what it is for me. It felt like an adult Harry Potter. Like this is what I wanted Harry Potter to be, and it wasn't. But at the same time, it was like this still isn't what I want from my magic. Like um,
I'll think
reason
of it
being
as
is
this.
like this is where my problem with when it comes to books where they're talking about magic and stuff, and this is why I like DC's Magic Universe. Um, but not so much like Doctor Strange. I don't like Doctor Strange to a certain degree in the other magic books because they're trying to control magic.
Hmm.
That's why I love Constantine. He like you can't really control this shit. Like you know how much shit we can do with this. Like this kind of if you really
But that's
put it out there, it's like it's out of a lot of people's league.
but that's why I fuck with Tim Hunter though, because he learned a lot from John Constantine.
So that's what I like about it.
This I get what you mean though. It is kind of like a lot of a few similarities
It's
to
like
Harry
they
Potter.
put it in the Sandman's universe. Yet it's kind of like they almost follow a trail of saying that they use magic. They're all right with using magic, but they don't want to go too deep into the magic because they know Sandman's universe and the dream world and all this other stuff is out there. So they don't want to
Hmm.
use the magic and possibly stumble upon this or touch this, and that can be potentially dangerous.
Hmm. Right. They
That's where I get
almost
off
did.
with like,
Right.
yeah, they did exactly. So that's where I get off with like, that's why I get off with like, well, if you know that, do something about it. I don't like stories where it's like it's almost like, oh well, I
They hit a
want you
wall or
dead.
something.
Yeah, I want you
Hmm.
dead. And I got the means to kill you, but I'm gonna just sit over here and think about it. It's like what the fuck?
Man,
I'm
get that
confused.
shit done. Get that
Yeah,
shit done.
you go. What? What are you doing? I don't like that. That's
And
why I
you
like
made me
Magic
do this
Order
shit
by
too.
Image.
And you made me do this shit too. And I ain't even gonna
Mhm.
cap because I ain't fuck with this nigga like that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Magic Order is a good one, but by Image.
Hmm.
Um, they get that shit done.
I like excellence too, man. Excellence is dope.
Excellence is still getting sold out though.
Right.
You can't find excellence. I'm
That shit
still
is
looking for.
fire, man.
I'm still waiting on the trade. I went to half price trades website and it was sold out. I'm like, well, all right. I can't even find it used. Can't even find it used right now. Same with Bitterroot.
You made me do this, man. I
Swan
had to.
or Scorched. Got to be Scorched.
And man, I had to, you know, I had to cop the Moon Knight. Nigga, complete collection. Nigga, I had to.
Yo, listen.
I had to cop it.
I have
Hold on.
I have nothing but
Trades, bro.
praise. I have nothing but praise about this character. Um,
Last one.
for me, I slightly. That's the one
This
from
is the
John we
moon.
reading right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Moon Knight, just for the people who aren't watching the video and that's tuning in on the podcast, I just showed everybody on the screen Moon Knight complete collection from 2011, written by Bendis, and Moon Knight 2016, written by Lemire, and I have Moon Knight, the Midnight Mission, written by McKay and Capucho from 2021. Just for anybody who was wondering what I just showed the people.
Current Moon Knight is easily the third best Marvel book. Devil's Reign being number one, Thor being number two, and Moon Knight being number three.
Who's number
McKay is
one? Who's number one again?
Devil's Reign.
Okay, Devil's Reign. Got you.
Yeah, Devil's Reign is number one, Thor number
Devil's
two.
Reign, Thor number
You can
two,
even
and Moon Knight number three.
you can interchange those if you want. If you want to say Thor is one and Devil's Reign is two, you can interchange those.
I still have Ghost Rider as having some of the best written shit. Spider-Man and Ghost Rider got some of the best written shit in the Marvel Universe, dog.
I didn't check out that new Ghost Rider that has started. Just and it's two petty reasons. One, I'm not really too interested in Ghost Rider as a character. I found it all really kind of lame with the whole stare and all your souls, and I like the villain like Blackheart and Mephisto. I like them, but I didn't really care much for him, and I just felt like he's a ripoff of Spawn.
No, that'd be a great ass fight, nigga. That's why you don't. That's why you don't like him.
No, don't get it wrong. I mean, yeah. Now if they did that, if Marvel they wanted to do a crossover and say Spawn versus Ghost Rider. Man, look, I'll buy every issue. Look,
right, cop that shit so fast, nigga.
Easily, quick. Give me all of those, all the variants, everything. But
real shit.
For a while, I didn't. This is the real reason is. It was not Johnny Blaze for so long. It was old boy in the damn lowrider. And I didn't like that. I did not like that guy. I did not like that story, that art. None. I didn't care for that. I like Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider. Okay, and I know
Johnny Blaze. He the best.
Yeah, I know this new one is Blaze, but I didn't pick it up. Same reason.
You talking about Robbie? You talking about Robbie Reyes?
Yeah, I don't like Reyes, bro.
Yeah, he is a crybaby. He a crybaby.
Reyes. It was no different for me with Jim Downey when Spawn.
Died, Jeffrey, I ain't know that. I ain't know that.
His bag as Shadow, Moon Knight, and Moon Knight's brother. Yeah. Well, Jordan isn't caught up on the current read of current books, right?
Not yet. Nope, not yet. So, yeah, almost there though. Almost.
I'm current. I am current. Because I didn't, like I said, I was trying to shorten it. But I did, yes. I did grab them. So yes, I am current on Moon Knight, individuals by McKay. So I have 3 of that. So Jordan has the trade of that Moon Knight, which stops at this issue here. This is issue 6. So Jordan will be able to read up to here. So after that, Jordan is not he's not current with, this issue.
Nope. And I saw that issue you put out too. I just ain't read it because I ain't caught up.
This one. And then the last one that came out 2 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago. This one. So Moon Knight, like I said, Moon Knight is the third. I am waiting for next week or week after next. I'm waiting to see what all these X-Men titles is hitting on. Marauders, Knights of X, Legion of X. Only one I'm interested in is Immortal X. That's the only one I'm interested in. And the only reason I'm interested in that is because I like all the big dogs. Sinister, Apocalypse, Xavier, Magneto, Emma Frost. What's the old boy name? Summers. The Summers boy, Nate.
Nate Summers.
Cable and all that. I like all the big dogs, All
right, this is my last book.
Where they at with that?
It's my last book. Now, I don't know who all has watched the show on Amazon Prime, Vox Machina. Had to cop the Vox Machina Origins trade. Had to cop that. Definitely a good book, written, published by Dark Horse.
Uh, I haven't read it yet. I watched it. It's
It's
I don't know,
good.
man. I'm
The
a sucker for
artist,
the I'm a sucker for D&D type stuff, man.
look, they even give you the printout of the city. You know what
The
I'm
city.
saying?
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that's
that's
dope.
sweet.
See what I mean? Like it's dope, man. For real,
Little
I
stuff like
enjoy
I
it,
see. I'm a geek for little stuff like that.
and just the
Like,
art
y'all got
is
me a map.
right, right. Like
Yeah,
that's dope. You know what I mean?
y'all got a map
And
in here. Like, ooh.
and to answer your question, Jeff, for real, man, I'm hyped as hell for this Moon Knight show for real. Because like I said, I haven't been just a follower of Moon Knight, but I have read his stuff, especially like his origin story. You know what I'm saying? So I, for one, am just excited just to see what they got in store just for that, just to show us how he came to be. I'm excited for that.
Um, my take on Moon Knight is I like Moon Knight better than I like Deathstroke.
Definitely.
Okay.
That's
Deathstroke.
not even a debate.
Deathstroke was for a while. I enjoy Deathstroke because I'm a DC guy, but
Hmm.
Moon Knight is better, and I like him better as a character. But I didn't get on Moon Knight until this year. Well, later, like late last year. I
Hmm.
always knew the character existed. I always knew he was out there, but I was just like, ain't he like
Yeah.
another Batman? Ain't he like another Batman? Same kind of concept I viewed as like with Daredevil. It was like I didn't read them guys, and like my break from Batman built up to the point it was like I really need a break from you, period. But in order at the same time, it was like with having a break from Batman, there was a hole there. There's a void because it's hard to be in the DC universe and not freaking have Batman. To be
Right.
honest with you,
Right.
that's why I told people. And it was on that post. If you took Batman, Superman, Spider Man, and X Men, which one would you get rid of? I chose X Men. Reason being is the Marvel universe can technically survive whether you get rid of Spider-Man or X-Men for real. Because
Yeah.
their whole catalyst started with Fantastic Four.
They can survive.
So they can survive with it. DC can damn near bet they can't survive without Batman. They not even Superman can do it by himself. DC for the logo stands for Detective Comics.
Hmm.
They damn near can't survive without him. And he's a cash cow. He's bigger cash cow than Superman.
Marvel, Jeff, for real, Marvel, when it comes to this dark shit, I be trying to tell people Disney they produce a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's more stuff on Disney Plus than what people see. It's more than just Pixar shit. You know what I'm saying? If you actually go on Disney Plus and actually look at the content that they have mature content for adults on there too. The Simpsons, they have every season of the Simpsons on there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, they starting to be more open to balancing it out. You know what I'm saying? Playing both sides, having shit for everybody. You know
Listen,
what I mean?
it took a great mind for somebody at Disney to take those fairy tale stories and make those into the kid movies that people love. Because if y'all actually read the real versions of those fairy tales of Snow White, Cinderella,
Alice in
and Hansel and
Wonderland.
Gretel, Alice in Wonderland, All Dogs Go to Heaven, and all that shit, and Oliver and Company. If y'all read the
Shit was
real
dark.
versions of those, all them shits is damn near fucking Cthulhu Lovecraft dark shit. Like
That
for
shit
real.
dark. Yeah, that shit
That
dark,
shit
man.
horror. Like
Especially Fantasia. Yeah, Fantasia was
man,
dark
what?
as hell.
Lady and the Tramp? Like when I read the actual Grimm fairy tale of that, I was like, what in the hell? How we get here? Damn. Like, the short story version of that, I was like, nigga, what? I look,
So
the fact that they changed it to a rat in the movie was a plus, to be honest with y'all. But
yeah, Beauty and the Beast is another one.
yeah.
Right. But so before we end the show, man, give the people your recommendation. One recommendation before we get out of here.
My one recommendation,
Mm-hmm.
Radiant Black.
Radiant Black. Hey,
It's easy.
listen,
That's easy.
I recommended that shit to people, you know what I'm saying, before as well. So I'm behind you all the way. That's
I'm
100%. You know what I mean?
I can give y'all Marvel and D shit all day, but I feel like y'all know all that stuff. Y'all know all of that, so ain't no point in me recommending that to you. Radiant Black. I know
Man,
people be like, "Well, you love Spawn so much. Why don't you recommend Spawn?" The reason I don't recommend Spawn, y'all, is because of how far Spawn is in. At this
right,
point,
man.
me trying to tell y'all to read Spawn and go get into Spawn and be like me trying to convince y'all to go start watching and reading One Piece, and you
I
have to
agree.
start from the beginning. It's too far along. Maybe you can catch up if you grab some trades and all this, that, and the other. But I'm a Spawn fan. I'm there where when it was pure shit, when it was gold. Because I didn't care. Like I said, I didn't care for Jim Downey. I didn't care for that at all. That's why I compared it to the Ghost Rider Reyes moment. Like I didn't care for neither
Mm-hmm.
one of them. So, but I'm a fan through and through. Spawn definitely has had his shit moments, and I made it through those shit moments. Thankfully, I just really like the character, but has
Well,
he had a lot of shit moments? Yes.
yeah, yeah. Well, for my recommendation, you know what I'm saying, before we get out of here, I'm just gonna recommend, what I've collected fully and what I've been trying to get people hip to since they basically start promoting themselves. Go and get Black Sands, people. Get Black Sands. It's a dope story. Especially if you like shit like anime, you like fighting, you like the action, you know what I mean? You like just rivalries and things of that nature. And the historical aspect of it just makes it even better. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are into mythology, you know what I'm saying, the mythology that they incorporated into the story, you know what I'm saying, makes the story even better. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? It
shocked you're not
connects to
reading
it.
that. Is it about Boom? I forgot what the title. Who's the publisher? I have to look it up. But there's a book called Norse Mythology. There's an actual comic book called Norse Mythology. I'm shocked you're not collecting that.
Interesting.
That's the
I haven't
actual.
heard of
That's
that.
the actual. That's the actual name of the book, Norse Mythology. I will.
Norse. It says it's Norse mythology. That's the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have
Mm-hmm.
to look into that. Thank you for getting me hit.
Yeah. I will message you who the publisher is in regards to that. But yeah, it's an ongoing book too. It's like I think it's like on like issue 12 or 13 or some shit. I think
Okay.
maybe I'm not. I could be wrong, but yeah,
Okay.
it's a current title.
I'm gonna have to check
So
that shit out.
yeah,
I have to check that shit out.
I'm gonna look because I forget. So I'm gonna look for it right after we get off of here, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, definitely I appreciate you, man. But yeah,
Always, always.
we definitely got to get out of here. It's been past an hour. This is about a time out. But
Yes, sir.
thank you all for tuning in to the show. You know what I'm saying, and being here to join us. While we unveiled these halls. You know, it was the first warm ass day of the year for us in the Midwest. At least for me, it was in Ohio. So it was a good day. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody chill out, sit on the porch. I know it's a nice warm night. Sit on the porch, admire the stars. You know what I mean? But always remember, love yourself, love your family, and do not stress about the shit you cannot control. Appreciate you for attending, brother. I'm gonna see you again,
Always.
man. Definitely, definitely, bro.